I'm Robert Rogers, founder of Parkinson's Recovery and Alzheimer's Recovery in 2004. It is well known, and you've likely heard this, that one of the predictors of Parkinson's happens to be the loss of the ability to smell. So it's well known if a person begins to not smell, it may be that they will develop these symptoms. It's also well known that persons that do have these neurological challenges associated with this diagnosis have a loss of smell. Now, I think most people hold the belief that, oh, well, that's it. I'm stuck with a loss of smell. I have Parkinson's, whatever. And I like to say, I have a very different approach always for these kinds of challenges. So you have a loss of smell. Okay, fine. Something is out of balance in your body. So the steps I recommend to take is to basically ask the question, well, what might be the cause and what can I do about it? I'm ready to reclaim the fact that I happen to not be able to smell things right now. After all, that's one of the great joys of life. Now, what I've got to suggest to you and for you to talk with your medical doctor, your medical professional, is that studies have clearly found that zinc deficiencies are very prevalent in persons who have a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease. And guess what? A zinc deficiency is also very much related to a loss of smell. So hello, why not consider taking a zinc supplement and see if some of that smell doesn't return? Now, keep in mind that balance is important. Too much is not a good thing. Clearly, I've just said too little. A deficiency will cause the problems that we've just described, the loss of smell. It's also found when I did the research on this that applying a zinc through some kind of a nasal spray or applicator is not recommended, so you don't want to apply it that particular way. Now, there are a couple of other supplements that you can also consider taking that have been found to support the ability to smell. One of those winds up being vitamin B12, which is recommended for persons with Parkinson's, especially those that are taking prescription medicine, since there are some drug depletions that result from that particular challenge. And vitamin D. Now, that also is something that is also strongly recommended for persons that have Parkinson's and Alzheimer's symptoms. Why? Well, because there's just a significant deficiency found when they do studies of persons with this diagnosis. And vitamin D3, the sunshine vitamin, is critical. It really is one of the life-giving ways that we can sustain our viability. So, do you have a loss of smell? Think about the option of saying to yourself, well, I'm ready to shift this. Let me see what I can do about it. And again, I want to suggest a couple of steps you could take. Again, consulting with your medical professional would be a vitamin D, a vitamin B12, and most importantly, a zinc supplement. And you could also eat foods that have zinc. So if you're averse to supplements, well, look at a listing of the kind of foods that contain zinc. There are quite a few of them, both meat kind of products as well as animal, as well as vegetable products. And you might want to just make sure that you have the ability to eat just that kind of food for at least the short term to see if you don't reclaim the ability to smell. So give it a try and let me know the result. I really want to stress that the conditions that are associated with the neurological challenges of a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease can be reversed when you're able to ask the question, what is causing these symptoms? There are a multiplicity of causes. There are quite a few out there. And when you can target what the specific cause might be, bingo, you're going to be able to celebrate a relief of that particular symptom.